Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Planetbase. It's been a while. Well, part of the reason it's been a while is because I recorded some and it just broke. There was bad recording stuff going on and I have to re-record it. But we are currently expanding our base. Now, one thing I have to be worried about is the fact that they have made the moon planet, that's kind of a contradiction a little bit, the moon base a bit harder. They've increased the frequency of the solar storms, so we can expect people to be irradiated on a little bit more of a regular basis. Now, because of that, I think it's probably a good idea to expand our sick bay. There's also a new item called the medical cabinet where they will store medical supplies, which is actually really, really good, because no longer will they have to go to the stockpile to get medical supplies. They will just get them next door, and not even next door, in the room itself, and be able to treat people. So no long treks to go treat people. They will just be able to treat them immediately, which should help. Now, I'm fully aware that that might happen relatively soon, so I'd like to be able to do that as soon as possible. Over here we've got a very large storage, multi-dome, oxygen generator. There's quite a few things I'd like to relocate. I think I'd like to relocate a lot of these and be able to maybe expand this so that we could have a lot of mines over here with a lot of airlocks to be able to get in and out. Just be able to make this a bit more efficient. We can get rid of that control center. Probably move a control center over here, because we are planning to have this be, landing pads and starports and stuff. So we'll need a security office. Word just escaped me. We'll need a security office over here so that people going in can be security checked. I assume there's scanners and stuff built into the room. Also, it's got a slightly different dome. Ooh, pretty. Right. How are we doing in terms of power? Wrong one. Chart, here we go. I would like to see power balance. Well, we're hitting what looks like it looks like a cap, but we have had a higher amount before, so is this a cap? It's very flat. It makes me think it must be a cap. Is there anything else we want to look at? Oxygen balance, water balance? No. Power storage, there we go. That's the one. This is just, this is just incoming power, and it gets to a flat cap because the sun is out. We're doing fine here. There's no real issues. We've still got, 7k left in the bank. Must be 7k. Still waiting to get a lot of our resources through. A large part is it because we just don't have enough bioplastic. We just need to be able to get more starch through our machines. We've got one in there, we've got two in here, so, we just need to work on them. Oh well, that'll happen with time. We don't have any medical supplies right now, and that is a little bit on the worrying side. I might just promote the lab so that they work in it a little bit more. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Running out of medical supplies. Aye. We'll get there eventually. And eventually means when someone actually bothers to work there. Right now, nope. Part of that's because we need bioplastic to be used to make medicine. And we're not making medicine because we don't need bioplastic. If we had bioplastic, it would go easier. There's in fact a slot that I could put bioplastic in here. Well, a high starchy item. Yeah, let's have a high maintenance. Let's do rice. Why not? I sound like it's a drug. No, let's do rice. Yeah. Of course, that'll take bioplastic to make, which kind of sucks. I'm going to delete the oxygen generator in the multi-dome temporarily, just because I don't want people taking stuff to them right now. We've got enough on our plate trying to get another 3 for this. If we were going to have a radiation strike from solar flare right now, we'd be in trouble because we don't have any medical supplies. People would just die. Not that that's the worst thing in the world. We could just replace them. But it's not beneficial. We'd have to wait for people to be oh, that place where everyone died. Yeah, I can't remember what happened there. It's fine, I can go join them. Basically need to eventually let people forget about the dreadfulness Drill bot might be helpful. Constructor bot, yeah. Drill bot, oh, 6% commission. No, we can't afford that. Bye. How many people we got? 18? We can only have 20 with the oxygen generator, so. Okay, we'll need one more after that one. Oh, we should be able to grow this. And once we got the very large storage up, I guess we could start moving stuff from this storage. I don't know what we do about the factory. Honestly, I'd like this to be over here as well. There's a number of things I'd have to do. I'll wait before moving this. Because, of course, to be able to move the control center, I would need to have another control center down here. Just so that I can alert when things go wrong. Dreadfully, dreadfully wrong. I could move the factory. I could have a factory up here. Which allow me to move the factory, allow me to move the storage. Because the factory does need to be near where you're storing stuff, so that might help. Ah, we've got no oxygen. You're fine, don't worry about it. Right, what's our demographics like at the moment? Two medics. Well, they should be able to make some medicine when they actually get the supplies then. Yeah, they are. Well, one of them is. Hello, explosion. How are we doing in terms of people? Sleeping area. We could do with more. We're getting by, but we could do more. I mean, no one's going to die at the moment. You know, people get out of bed. Oh, people are going to go in, but right now, could be better. And that's a lot of people with broken legs and stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to heal them soon. Medical cabinet can take 4 medicine. That should be enough. Here we go. Medicine! And heal time. There we go. What a difference a bit of bioplast makes, eh? Boom. Also, I think we need bioplast for our spares, which is why we've got no spares at the moment. So, yeah, definitely could do with some spares. There we go, 2 spares. Very large storage. I can disable this one. They should start moving stuff eventually. What do you want to trade? Carry bot. Carry bots are cheap, you know, and they're actually fairly useful. How much would it cost me to trade for a carry bot? I would be wary about going any lower than that. There we go. I will trade that. Just because we are getting food in fairly regularly. Now, of course, if we get a solar flare while we're trading, we're going to be in some trouble. Just put it that way. And get the trading done quickly. We've got like maybe 6 people outside at any one point. If we have solar flare, we can get maybe 2 in. Yeah, that's just 4 dead people. Well, I've got 1 medical supply, so it'll be 3 dead people. Look at the speed that's rocketing up. That's insane. That's actually the point where we should delete some of the food and just put more starchy stuff down. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Eight left. Nearly done. Oh, we've got loads of food piled. Look at that. That's like 9 food piled up there. That's another 3 over there. So that's 12 food in total just sitting there waiting to be taken somewhere. I mean, it's because everyone's busy. But still. The carry bot's going to be really helpful. Like, I really do love the carry bots. A lot of the manual boring tasks that people end up doing because it has to be done, but could be farmed out to robots. Like, they'll have like a really important job. Like, they could be a medic. They need to make medicine. They need to heal people. But instead, they'll be carrying stuff around. So, it'll be very, very beneficial, put it that way. I really do think carry bots are often underrated. Because, yeah, they are cheap, they do only one job, they're very simple, but they allow people who would otherwise be much more important to do their more important jobs, rather than just end up doing that boring crap of, oh, I'm carrying a box around. Like, it allows people to fulfill their true potential. I feel like it's some sort of marketing slogan or whatever, recruiting advert. It allows you to fulfill your true potential. But yeah, it's true. Okay, I might move the factory when we've got a few more spares piled up. Do I have manufacturing limits set up for it? 5. Yeah, let's raise that to 10. We're starting to move stuff over here. Yay! Adrian Ponce, you're okay again. Good to know. Otherwise, we'd have to put you down. Okay. And how are we doing over here? Steady production of spares. Like, I do want to get my spares a little bit higher before we can start doing anything. Like, I want to... Right, here's the issue. When we have stuff being built, in inverted commas, like we have it on the map and we're taking stuff to it, if we don't have the stuff to take to it, it ends up taking all of our stuff. And that's when the situation where we get, like, you know, there's no bioplastic available because it's all going outside. We can't make spares. Things break down. We can't make medicine. People die. I think what we'll do in future is we'll just try and stockpile it and then build. Because the issue we were having is because we were trying to just send it all outside, things get a little bit iffy. So I don't want to end up hobbling us if something bad happens. No. I don't really want to trade. I almost want to shut the landing pad down, but the problem is I've got enough power, so I don't, like, need to. Like, if something amazing came along, I'd take it. So there is a beneficial side to it there, but I'm not going to be taking much. Actually starting to stock starch because we've got so much. Only just starting to do it, but hey, it's you know, it's the beginning of something. I do want more than 2 spares before we delete the factory and have to rebuild it, though. Just because it'll take time. Like, I know as soon as we delete the factory, we'll have a load of stuff that we get from the destruction of the factory. But I don't want to have to do that and have issues mid-cycle where we have no supplies. Things could get weird. I mean, unlikely to, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to jinx it, but I did say that solar flares became more common. I haven't seen one yet. We'll see. And now I've said that, you know, we'll obviously have some issues and going to jinx themselves and things are going to go badly and people are probably going to die, but so far, it doesn't seem to be going that way. That said, we have got one of our little bots breaking down. Oh, diddums. I am a massive fan of the automated bot-like repair stations that you can get in the robotics factory, but again, they use resources, and right now we're a little bit strapped for that, annoyingly. We'll get there eventually. Eventually. Oh no, diddums, it's broken down. So go repair it. Yay! I assume you're repairing it. Yes, you are. Good. I approve. Being maintained by Neo Best. That's an interesting name. Neo Best. Hello. You're the new best. Not second best. No, I'm the new best. Not really making the resources like this. Oh, crap. F6. Yellow alert. Now, people for ages, forever and ever and ever, been telling me that, oh, you could just use red alert. No, red alert just makes people hit people. It doesn't make people move faster. I'm just going to mention this a few times because people still don't seem to have got it. Come on, get inside, get out of the radiation. Question is, will you end up radiated? Irradiated. Looks like we're okay. Just got a broken leg to treat. Hey-oh, I'm okay with that. Yeah, why don't we focus on doing the work inside, right? Like this stuff here. In fact, let's put them priority. We've got resources, but it's not being done. Is everything being operated? No, this one hasn't been operated. Someone go operate this one. There we go. Good. And you can go back to your daily lives. Although that said, if you produce more like bioplast and steel, I'd be much gratiated. Right, so we want a new processing plant, a new factory over here, connecting to the storage, because the two things are, these two take resources very regularly, especially this one, especially the processing plant. They'll be constantly taking resources out of a storage area, so you want it right next to it, because otherwise people are going to be walking forever. So what I will do is I'll have a processing plant here, and then probably a factory after it, or maybe connected here as well. I don't know. I don't mind as much for the factory, but I do definitely mind for the processing plant. Processing plant, processing plant, processing plant, processing plant. There we go. I could put it down here. Interesting. I'm not going to. Factory. How close are we getting to doing these two new spares? Not very close. Hi, what are you offering? Ooh, how much? 50%. No, I can't afford that. I'd love to. Can't. Ooh, hello, I just turned the camera. That's going to annoy me because I never turn the camera. Now it's going to look all weird. I'm going to spend ages trying to get it back to the right angle. Like that? Maybe? Oh god, this is going to annoy me. I haven't finished this. Once we've finished it, I can delete the place, but still waiting. I did say I wanted to stock up supplies, and I built 2 buildings rather than 1, so maybe not going to work quite as intended, but come on, make me some spares. Make me some spares. We've run out of spares. I know. I was just complaining about that. Talking. I was being productive. Talking, not complaining. Discussing with myself. Woo! Woo, that was close. We know I've got a lot of blasé about a lot of the things that can happen, but woo, that was close. Right, and that is good enough for me. Yes, I would like to delete. There we go, we've got resources now. You'll get oxygen in a minute. Don't sweat about it. Can I not connect these two? Don't think so. Oh well, they're close enough. And that looks like it's all the resources we're waiting for. Right, I would like to build a spares workshop. Let's delete you. Let's delete you. Let's delete you. And you. And now we can fill it full of all the important things in life. And then up the priorities on both of these. There we go. Now that should be able to quickly get us back up to speed, hopefully. Maybe, possibly. I hope so, at least. And let us set a limit on medical supplies. Bring it down to about 20. I mean, you can always trade them, so. Excellent. And you can all manufacture over there. You can manufacture if you wanna. You can leave your friends behind. But if you can't dance, then you... Anyway, so I was thinking if we put a airlock over here, we could actually have the ability to build from this airlock, which would be a lot closer to the storage than it would be from here. Which I think is probably very useful to us right now. But anyway, I'm going to call it here for this episode. We're getting back in the swing of things, and things are being built. We're actually getting somewhere. Although the fact, you know, full steel is just sitting here, kind of annoying. Hopefully the trade bots, there we go, carry bots, that's the one. We'll go collect them, which they are. Hooray. What do you want to trade me? Patent for constructor bots, 35%. You know, 35% is low, but honestly, constructor bots, not my biggest fan. Well, maybe they aren't my biggest fan because I complain about them, but honestly, not something that I desperately want. Like, the other two bots, I much prefer. Constructor bots, engineers can do that job. Constructor bots are needed to go construct things once in a blue moon compared to carrying or drilling, which you basically want both of those happening consistently all the time. No, I'm going to dismiss. But anyway, I've been EnterElysium. Enjoyed. Please leave a like. Not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. Hopefully, we'll get this place off the ground and get up to a nice facility here. I'm thinking maybe 2 episodes down the line. We have a lot of food right now. I might have to do something about that. I don't know what. It's not like we need the extra starch to convert over to starch. Maybe I'll just get rid of a couple. But then again, what would the biologist be doing? Nothing. So I don't know. Anyway, until next time, though, stay shiny.